Good morning, good people. It is early in the morning. I have been up since before 6 o'clock. Um, Sometimes I just wake up because of aches and pains, and I find for me the best thing that I can do is just get straight in and get on with something, and distraction is a really good way to cope with that. So that's what I'm doing. Um, I've already kind of organised things for a conference that I am attending tomorrow. More about that perhaps another day. Um, that's not the reason that I wanted to make a film. I thought I'd make a film and talk a bit about marriage. Um, and I don't know that I know anything any better than anyone else, but for the record, I have been married for 34, 35 years, I guess. And I think getting married is easy, staying married is a challenge. And it's a very difficult thing. We've had 4 children. I have 2 sons, I have 2 daughters. I love my kids. They're awesome, all of them, every single one of them. And I'm not just saying that, they are great people, and they are doing good things, and that means the world. That means the world to me. And they still talk to me, so I must have done something right. And I think that's a good way to tell. And they're all out in the world doing their thing, and that's good. But marriage is really, really difficult, and it's something that I think you have to realise that it's a very fluid thing. Um, you might have a very conventional idea of roles and who's going to do what and all the rest of it, but if I know anything, life throws all kinds of spanners in the works over the years. And certainly in our case, there have been periods of times where both of us have worked, one of us has worked, one's worked full time, one's worked part time, one's worked early mornings, one's worked afternoons or Sundays or whatever it is, and trying to raise a family and bring kids up and get them to school and all the other stuff that you have to do is really difficult. It's really, really a challenge. And I think that the thing is that the roles that you take on within that relationship and within that institution, they're never equal. I think you can aim to have some kind of equality, but it's never equal. There'll always be somebody who's doing more of one thing and somebody who's doing more of something else. And you just have to kind of see it as almost like 2 parallels going towards a common goal, I think. And that sometimes there will be an emphasis more on one and an emphasis more on other, and it will go backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards, and it's really, really complex and difficult. And I think that's the thing. So flexibility within that relationship is paramount. And patience. I think patience with each other. And probably the most important thing, I think, is forgiveness. I think the ability to forgive transgressions, whatever they are, minor or major. And I think in any relationship there are peaks. There are peaks and troughs, and there are highs and there are lows. And there will be periods when you perhaps don't like that person particularly for some reason or whatever, but hopefully you can find your way back to finding what it was that you liked about them in the first place, and then you can rekindle, I think, the sort of emotional attachment. So I'm not quite sure why that was on my mind this morning. Maybe because I was ironing a shirt, and my wife has an appointment today, and I said to her, I like to iron my shirts, by the way. I iron my shirts because I feel like I am getting ready to go to work, and I'm presenting myself smartly and with the right attitude. And I said to her, I said, is there anything you would like ironed? And she said, yes, there is. So I ironed my wife's dress and her cardigan this morning, and I was really happy to do it. And she's gone to the allotment, so she's taking care of plants and the food, and I'm going off to my job, but not before I have this and a cup of coffee. So, you know, stick with it, good people. You know, it's hard work. It's hard work, but it's worth it, I think. Anyway, happy piping, and with those thoughts, I'll leave you all in peace. Take care.